They're the pubs where everyone knows your name and your poison, full of history, amazing yarns, the beating heart of a community. But for many outback watering holes, it's a case of last drinks.
Rising like a beacon from the harsh Aussie bush. An institution, a landmark, a piece of Australian history.
Oh, this is home. It's just home.
In the shadows of the towering grain silos, the Aussie pub, as old as the nation itself.
That's the price of beer, I think.
Yeah.
It's closing them, yeah.
If the pub closes, the town dies usually.
In country towns across Australia, many are calling last drinks. Declining populations, the cost of living taking their toll.
Like people used to whinge when it was 18 cents a schooner, now it's $8.
You can just imagine this pub back in its heyday. Built in 1896, it would have been a thriving waterhole for locals and travellers alike.
Juney's Loftus Hotel, its ornate staircase evidence of its opulent past. Today it's a restaurant and accommodation for travelling workers.
People ask me how long I've lived in Junee. I say I haven't finished yet.
Yeah.
Back in the day there were 6 watering holes here, now there are 2.
Not many, blokes that I used to drink with are nearly all gone.
There's not much Billy Hackett doesn't know about Juney's drinking establishments.
And there was an old bloke who used to bring his own cow down here and milk it for his rum and milk. So they changed the name of the pub to the Red Cow. Then get us a loco's only open.
He tells me Juney's favourite son, rugby league legend Laurie Daly's father, was the commercial hotel's publican.
And we won the first grade grand final.
Yeah.
And that's how I remember we went from here to the commercial and they put a lizard in my beer and I didn't know and I swallowed it. And that's why Laurie still calls me the lizard man.
In most outback towns, you'll find once thriving pubs locked up tight, windows boarded. While some are repurposed, once glorious facades are fading, as are the memories.
This is Grong Grong, population 150. When the local pub was about to shut its doors a few years back, the locals stepped in and saved this important part of the town's history.
Paying $5,000 a share, the community took it over and gave the Royal a new lease of life.
Pretty fancy place for Grong Grong.
It is. That's probably the first thing people say when they walk in. Wow.
Leanne Stockdale is the Royal Hotel's publican.
There used to be a butcher, there used to be a baker here and a post office, and that's all gone.
Further northwest and you come across the village of Merriwagga. 30 people live here.
I tell everybody it's like living with your whole family in the one town. They all give me the shits. But I love them. Same again, Ryan?
Publican Sharon Stewart worked in accounts at a Sydney council. 20 years ago, she went bush.
Thank you. And there's a couple of bachelors, so they come in and we nag them a bit so they don't miss getting nagged. And
The Black Stump boasts the tallest bar in the Southern Hemisphere.
And why is it so tall?
well, so you can ride your horse in.
Oh, really?
Apparently. No, mate.
Yeah, right.
It's a bit like that. Well, now I get why this bar is so high. What's your name? Who are you?
Larry.
Larry.
Yeah.
Larry looks right at home.
He's a regular.
Would you like beer?
Yeah, pot of Northern Cape, thanks.
Laura Spence is a local barrel racer.
Yeah, I only live about 5 k's up the road.
An ale, a carrot,
How good's that? How good's that?
and Laura and Larry head
See you,
home.
Larry. Well, that is something you don't see in Sydney.
Definitely not.
While many pubs are turning off the taps,
All the best, boys.
the family hotel is Gundagai's beating heart.
People identify with a water hole or something like that, it's somewhere where they can meet.
Probably in the next couple of weeks, Pete, yeah.
Peter Lott grew up in this pub.
I started working here in '69 and there were 6 pubs, 3 clubs.
There were no pub tabs, no pokies, just illegal SP bookies.
The flying squad would come and, the cockatoo would be upstairs and, everyone would go outdoors.
One legend has locals helping bushranger Captain Moonlight, supplying him with ammo and food from the public house.
And it was under the floorboards underneath the front stairs, so he'd come in at night time.
With only 2 pubs still operating in Gundagai, they've become home to the locals. Steve Rose moved to Gundagai from Sydney more than 30 years ago.
I feel sorry for anyone that's involved in the industry because it's such a hard industry to manage these days and make money from.
So the pub's a meeting place for a lot of people.
Former North Sydney Bears rugby league star Rex Murphy grew up in the area.
Especially, as you get older, people get a bit lonely, what have you.
And then there's the bloke who wants me to call him George.
It's not George.
It's not George, is it?
Doesn't matter, call me George.
Okay.
Everyone else does.
George and his wife are now empty nesters.
Oh, she works at not most evenings. So I come to the pub and I go home.
He's got a ball, give me 5.
The Bogan Gate pub is an oasis in the scrub.
Love old places to clean them up and do them up and turn them into something nice.
Neil Shembry is a local property owner, but you might remember him in his other life as a Bathurst 1000 V8 race car driver. Neil owns land near Bogan Gate. A couple of years ago, he bought the old general store, the servo, and the run-down pub.
One particular farmer, he said, you know what you've done by doing that? You've saved this town.
The Bogan Gate Hotel has even won a People's Choice Award for Best Pub in New South Wales.
Pubs, I think, they've got a bright future in the bush as long as you look after clientele and provide the services that, it's required.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. I think that's what the small pubs are about, is knowing everybody's name and knowing everybody.
Yeah.
Sharon Stewart expects to see her days out here at the Black Stump.
You'd be happy to die behind this bar?
Oh, yeah, I would.
This is home.
Yeah, it is home. Yeah.
Gee, tough gig, Simon. I mean, I would have put my hand up for that. I've never met a country pub I haven't loved. We've got to save them.